Everybody, let's see how many tips we can give the Sana in 12 minutes in Masters 1 on Colosseo. Okay. Well, 12 minutes, including hero select. Okay, I'm not gonna skip anything. First things first, let's see the skin that you're gonna be playing with. Okay, flexing with the Overwatch League skins. Okay. Going past that. We have Doomfist, that's a good nano target. We have Kiri. Dude, so many skins. Overwatch 1 player. I'm seeing that this game is played at midnight. So, in case we're going to be a little bit off about aiming, we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to see, like, more core mechanics and what's happening.
Leave a broken world behind.
So far, first things first, in team comp select, always think who you're going to nano and who you got to support in this. You have Kiriko plus Doomfist, from what I've seen. Kiriko is not that good of a nano target. Doomfist is a good nano target, a great nano target, especially if he has ultimate. So he can go very aggressive and then ult in case he's going to be low HP and have like a ton of burst damage while doing so. I don't know your DPS is, so again, nano for Doomfist. Okay. I'm not hearing your DPS. Is this Overwatch 3 versus 3? Let's see where we're going to be going. I think that's a Widowmaker. Your goal in this team comp is try to just look at Doomfist as much as you can. You have Sojourn, Nano Sojourn. When she has ultimate, is higher priority than Nano Doomfist. So Nano Sojourn and then Nano Doomfist. Starting with a nade at the beginning, it's a little bit risky, but I mean, I'm fine with that. You know, not saying the team comp. Okay, first things first, almost never play inside over here. It's very easy for Ramattra to just throw his E and rush you inside. You could maybe force this position if your team would consist of like heroes that want to brawl in close corridors like Mei, like Brig, and maybe you bait them to go and push you so that like supports can see the Ramattra pushing you inside. But here with you playing with snipers, with Kiriko, with Sojourn, with Widowmaker, you want to play long angles. You know what I mean? You want to play long angles because your team can help you. And now eventually he pushed you all the way and you're going to be dying. So you stay a little bit in the back. Hopefully not in the same angle as your snipers are from, but gonna be looking for some damage here and there, you know, but not play corners that much in this team comp specifically. I know that if you watch me a lot, you see that I love forcing angles and playing corners to bait engages, to make them break line of sight, but not in sniper comps. When you're playing with sniper comps. I'm just looking at the team comp. They have Mercy, Ana, Ramattra, Hanzo, and Soldier. What I'm thinking is, from where I'm peeking, can I get one shot? Yes, by Hanzo. If Hanzo is dead or if I see where Hanzo is, then I can just play more freely like you are right now. You know that Hanzo's dead, so you're just getting a little bit of damage in, getting a little bit closer, you know. Trying to do way more than just like staying around the corner and then hopefully push in. You see the Sonic over there is 3 versus 40 and to look for another aggressive nade. I would press tab right now and see if your Sojourn has ultimate. Sojourn died though, but when she's gonna be back, you're 3 versus 3, just buying the time. Now in 3 versus 3 situations, try to play your life. Make sure to... Okay. Let's talk about that nano. It's a good nano for a tempo nano. To like throw it in when you're uncertain if you're gonna win the fight or not. I wanted to say that in 3 versus 3 situations, you're mostly playing in equal situations to like punish the mistakes of the enemies rather than forcing stuff. When Ramattra has ultimate, try to stay not in his range. That would have been very bad if somebody would have just like shifted, would have the damage to Ramattra to wake him up. It was really risky. So you ult track, save the sleep dart for Ramattra. I haven't seen you press stab so far, so I don't know your teammates' ultimate charges and stuff, but if you try to track that to counter his ult, then that's absolutely amazing. And this is a really good Masters 1 vote, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we see we have Fox. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that whenever you're playing like you are... you kind of have a plan.
This is not the end.
But you're not playing to what the enemies can do to you. You know what I mean? Which is awesome. It's awesome to like start a game and think what you can do to the enemies and bait them into doing stuff, but always think about what they can do to you and then plan to that, if that makes sense. So like, I'm not saying you press tab that much, thinking like what your enemies can do in order to counter them. You're not seeing the enemies that much, you know, you're just either too safe towards them or too aggressive. Right now in Masters 1, it's all about finding that balance. Again, we're closing the angle of this team comp. I mean, this, look, for example, this over here is actually a good closing of the angle because it's 4 versus 5. Your team comp is swapped a little bit. Tracer and Doomfist can definitely just, with the help of Tracer, you can definitely follow up if they want to go inside for you. I'm okay with splitting the angle over there in this team comp specifically because they can like create a pincer maneuver, but not in sniper team comps. I would press tab to see if Sojourn has ultimate. You throw the Fox in right now. One quick trick is that when you have Kiriko on your team, make sure to walk in the Fox a little bit. You don't have to use it, but walking into the Fox lowers down. You're using it, but passively, because it lowers down your cooldowns. Right? I think it halvens them. Halvens them or like... they get up faster, you know? So you get like more nades and more sleep darts. Okay, 5 minutes to go. Nano's available. I like the tempo nano that you did at the beginning. Right now, let's see if you want to combo it. If you want to use it for Doomfist deck, press tab. Okay, I think Sojourn has ultimate. Yeah, Sojourn has ultimate. Good sleep dart. Nano Doomfist. Nano Doomfist without nano. When the enemies are regrouping, it's kind of like an okay nano. But I gotta tell you that if your Sojourn has ultimate, it's 9 out of 10 times one of the most valuable combo that you can do. Sojourn becomes a little bit tankier, of course, because of the damage resistance. In case she misses the engage, the damage reduction, I mean. In case she misses the engage, she can just shift into the enemies. She has very long range. She does more damage, of course. Nano Sojourn is top tier. When you have it, almost always throw it in. Now, with their team comp being swapped from Hanzo to Tracer, and with Ramattra just pushing in front of you, be a little bit more careful with playing with the range that you're going to be playing from. Second time Ramattra rushes you, think that he's going to slow you down. You're playing with an immobile character, and he's going to catch you. So I know that you want to play corners, but playing against Ramattra sometimes, keep track of the fact of his E a lot, and think if he can rush you or not. It's a little bit too close. 2 times in a go. Whenever your Sojourn ults try to pocket, even in Visor, love that. We can see that this is a Master's 1 VOD. Guess I'm moving from middle, left, and right, playing out the corners. No comment here. Guiding back to the team. Okay, disengage. Nading, expecting the damage. It happens. Who put the card there? It's okay, dude. That's midnight. Mistakes happen. You shouldn't have left the card there. Honestly, you should have not led that card there. Okay, pressing tab, probably thinking about what ultimates you can do. You see that Doomfist has ultimate, you see that Kiriko has ultimate. In cases like these, if this is ranked and you're not communicating, what I do expect is you wait for your team to open with their ultimates, and then you follow up with yours as insurance. If you open up with your ultimate, I guarantee you that actually that people are just going to like ult, and this is like when ult fests are happening, you know, like 3 ults at the same time, 4 ults at the same time. So let them use theirs before you use yours, if you're not communicating, because everybody has that in their mind. Now you have Tracer, Pulse Bomb, you have Nano, and then you have Fox. This case, as I was talking a little bit earlier, first you can Nano Doomfist or Tracer to go in if you see an opportunity to turn it around. Of course you can Nano in 4 vs 4 situations, or like if you feel like the team fight is uncertain of winning. Okay. But you can just overlap the stats, because this is what can happen. That's a risky nano. You don't know if it's gonna work or not. Nano Sojourn will probably work. Plus you already had Fox. Let Kiriko Fox. Maybe you win the fight. If you win the fight, you have Nano Sojourn next fight. If you lose the fight, no problem. You have Nano Sojourn before they even start to get progress again. There was no reason for them to use Ramattra ult. You got better trade there. Even though you lost the fire with Nano Boost, I'd say that nanoing a Tracer and still keeping Sojourn ultimate for a Ramattra ult is good. This is what happens in the rank. But if that would be like a tournament, then learning to like stack ultimates, and we're gonna do this, and then this can happen, or this can happen, and then following this pattern is what's gonna help you get into GM a lot. It's more like extensive planning, you know what I mean? Look, so for example right now, Fox, wait a little bit. Even if you don't miss the shots, if you hit the shots, or like don't miss the shots, just walk into the Fox. Walk into the Fox is gonna help you so much. You could have had another nade to throw it in over there. It's a very good trick to know. Okay. By the way, in this comp, usually like Tracer is just gonna push the robot. They're gonna go and take angles, but this is fine. A minute 48 seconds, pressing tab, seeing what ult charge. I love the fact that you're leaving the robot right now in Masters 1, knowing that the robot's gonna take some time. Did not wait for the block to sleep like Doomfist. That's a little bit risky. I would wait for the block to happen. The reason why is because you're just gonna cancel the block, and it's an easier sleep dart to land because he's going to just move slower. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, cheeky. What are you gonna do? You're gonna cast somebody off guard? Oh, a little bit aggressive there. Does land the sleep dart. You got so lucky here. Love the plan until the end. So, I can pause it. But I would have suggested to wait a little bit longer in places, in situations like these. You don't have to... You outplay them, but that's it. That was the outplay. You sitting in the back and waiting for them to group up, and then you go for a big nade or a big sleep dart or a big something, you know? But you wait for your team to help. You are the MVP in that. You are the star in that. You played amazingly. You baited them to chase you. Your team was still regrouping. Wait for the perfect moment to strike. That timing, you know? Like with that, you wait, you hunt, and then you wait for the moment. You wait for them, boom, right? You might have not been put in that situation a lot of the times, but try to tell yourself to be more patient, and I'm not joking. Wait for your team. Just tell yourself to wait for the team, right? And you're gonna do way better. Like, wait for the team. If you see that your team is regrouping, love that. Your mechanics are really good. Take deep breaths while doing so. You're gonna see that you're gonna be able to play those moments a little bit harder. A little bit better, I mean, not harder. This angle, love it right now. Love it. Good damage. Eating the sleep dart and Doomfist. Wait for him to engage. He's gonna use at least 2 abilities to engage, right? And right now, when he's blocking, you can cancel that with your sleep dart, so you're gonna get a good kill too. Love this vote, to give you honestly. I don't know what I can tell you to improve fast to get to higher up to GM other than just play the game a little bit more and get more experience. Maybe this is the thing. Understanding the flow of the game with your ability usage and where you should be playing from and ultimate usage. So try to get every little advantage possible, right? Like try to walk in the fox to get more grenades or more sleep darts. Try to understand what your team's strengths are. They play with snipers, they want long range. There's no reason to close the angles then. But if you play with Mei or like even with divers that can pincer whenever with me, if I'm putting myself in a risky position like you did 2 times, then they can go for me. Number 3, play around big abilities to understand where you can play from. For example, Ramattra's E. Ramattra's slow. He uses it, then I can get a little bit closer because we got caught like 2 times. And number 4, don't stack ultimates. If your teammates have ults, use an ult first, and then you wait for another one, and then you wait for another one, then you wait for another one. Great vote, keep it up. You're gonna get, this is Master's 1, but you're gonna get to GM5 in no time, GM4 in no time. And then you're gonna see that the more information you get, the more mini tricks you have like these to just round up you as a player, you're gonna get to GM1 and I'll see you in my lobbies very soon, bro. Keep it up.